The movie begins in a remote location in Costa Rica. A group of scientists led by the renowned Dr. Michael Morbius have arrived at a mysterious cave. Dr. Morbius steps forward towards the entrance of the cave and, with a determined look, intentionally cuts his hand. As a result of his blood, a swarm of bats suddenly fly out of the cave, attracted to the scent. The rest of the team, who are taken aback by the sudden appearance of the bats, quickly retreat back to their helicopter, leaving Dr. Morbius to confront the creatures on his own. The scene is taken back to 25 years ago in Greece. We see a young Michael under the care of Dr. Emil Nicholas. Michael is suffering from a blood disease and is living in an institution along with other children with similar conditions. The arrival of another child, Lucian, who also has the same disease, leads Michael to refer to him as Milo, as a reference to a previous child with the same name. During their interaction, Milo's medical device begins to malfunction and he loses consciousness. Michael, with his quick thinking and resourcefulness, fixes the machine using a spring from a ballpoint pen, much to the surprise of Dr. Nicholas. Later, Nicholas arranges for Morbius to attend medical school in New York while he focuses on caring for Milo. In the present day, Dr. Michael Morbius is a Nobel Peace Prize nominee in Sweden, but he decides to reject the award and continue his work. He is treating a young patient named Anna who has the same blood disease as him. He works closely with his girlfriend, Dr. Martine Bancroft, who is concerned about his excessive work habits. It is revealed that Milo, who is now played by Matt Smith, is financing their project, which involves mixing bat DNA with human blood in an attempt to find a cure for Morbius disease. Morbius has recovered bats from the cave for this project. In his laboratory, Morbius tests the serum on a lab rat, which initially appears to die. However, moments later, Anna starts to have a seizure, but Morbius is able to prevent a stroke. After the incident, Dr. Martine takes a look back at the lab and sees that the rat has revived and is moving, indicating that Morbius serum is a success. Later, Morbius travels to meet with Milo and Dr. Emil Nicholas to secure additional funding for his experiments, which he plans to conduct on a ship in international waters. Milo and Morbius have a close relationship, almost like brothers, and Morbius urgently pleads with Milo to help him before it's too late for both of them. Milo has lived under Nicholas' care since childhood. Morbius invites Martine and the other team members onto a ship for the next stage of his experiment, where Martine will inject the serum into Morbius. After the procedure, Martine is disturbed by a hostile crew member when they see that Morbius has broken loose from his chair straps. They come across him crawling on the ceiling, and Morbius launches an attack on the man. Other hired soldiers arrive on the scene, and Morbius transforms into a monstrous vampire and viciously attacks all of them, draining their blood. In the chaos, Martine loses consciousness. Once Morbius regains his human form, he watches the footage of himself attacking the soldiers on the ship's security cameras. Horrified, Morbius erases all CCTV footage of his experiment before contacting the authorities and jumping overboard. The next day, the FBI is brought in to investigate the crime scene, and agents Simon Stroud and El Rodriguez are assigned to the case. Martine is found alive, but Morbius has fled the scene. Milo and Dr. Nicholas also become aware of the incident. Meanwhile, Morbius isolates himself in his laboratory as he continues to understand the transformation he has undergone. To quell his thirst, he feeds on blood samples. He starts to develop his new powers, which are reminiscent of bats, including the ability to fly, enhanced speed and strength, and improved reflexes. The bats in his lab also respond to him as their leader. Later, Milo discovers Morbius just as he starts to revert to his monstrous form, but Milo helps him regain control. Morbius discovers the serum has cured his disease but refuses to give it to Milo as it would be dangerous. He continues to isolate himself and develop his new bat-like abilities with the help of Milo when he becomes uncontrolled. Later, Morbius visits the hospital where Martine is being treated to check up on her. Unfortunately, a nurse there becomes a victim of a bloodthirsty monster, but Morbius is not responsible for the attack. When he hears about this incident, he is approached by FBI agents Stroud and Rodriguez for questioning. However, Morbius attempts to escape but is quickly apprehended and brought to a secure holding facility. Stroud and Rodriguez conduct an interrogation of Morbius in his cell. Afterward, he is visited by Milo. Morbius realizes that Milo has taken the serum for himself after he leaves his cane behind, and he was the one who killed the nurse. In response, Morbius transforms into a vampire and breaks out of the detention center. He witnesses Milo's transformation into a vampire and watches as he kills a man at a newsstand. Milo catches up with Morbius and tries to convince him to join him and embrace their newfound powers. The two engage in a pursuit through the city, with Milo chasing Morbius. They eventually crash into the subway in front of others, and police arrive to arrest Milo. However, Milo slaughters them all. He tries to catch Morbius, but he manages to escape through the tunnels. Later, Morbius tracks down Martine after she's been released from the hospital. He takes the time to explain his situation to her, and the fact that he's struggling to maintain control over his condition. Morbius fears that if he doesn't keep his urges in check, he'll end up like Milo, who's given into his vampiric desires. In order to find a solution to his condition, Morbius locates another laboratory that was being run by counterfeiters. He scares them off and takes over the lab, dedicating himself to finding a cure for his vampirism, even if it means sacrificing his own life in the process. Milo attends a nightclub where he encounters a hostile man. Later, he tracks down the man and his companions to an alley where he murders all of them. Observing Morbius and Martine together, Milo sees them kiss and recognizes this as a vulnerability in his brother. Stroud and Rodriguez discover the bodies of the clubgoers and view a surveillance video that reveals Milo's face. This leads them to realize that Morbius isn't responsible for the killings. Upon seeing the news report, Nicholas visits Milo to talk to him, but Milo argues that Nicholas always favored Morbius over him. In a fit of anger, Milo attacks Nicholas and leaves him severely injured. Morbius receives news about Nicholas' injury and he rushes to Nicholas' side, but unfortunately, he passes away. Later, Morbius receives a call from Milo, who has taken Martine captive. Morbius quickly heads to her location, but he finds Martine badly hurt. Out of desperation, she agrees to let Morbius feed on her blood, hoping to give him the strength to defeat Milo. During this process, a small drop of Morbius blood lands in Martine's mouth, which leads to her being infected with the same vampiric condition. Morbius, now stronger and more powerful, goes after Milo. He uses his newfound abilities and bat-like powers to surround Milo, providing him with the opportunity to inject him with the cure. Milo starts to deteriorate, but he has a moment of clarity, remembering Morbius as the one who gave him his name. Morbius stays by his brother's side until his death, mourning the loss of a loved one. As the movie comes to an end, Morbius spreads his wings and takes to the night skies. Meanwhile, Martine seems to regain consciousness with a new twist as a vampire. During the closing credits, a strange phenomenon appears, the multiversal rift from Spider-Man No Way Home, which leads to the arrival of Adrian Toomes in this world. Upon being freed from his captivity, he discovers his vulture suit and sets out to find Morbius. Toomes tells Morbius that Spider-Man is at the center of the ongoing chaos, and he wants to assemble a team to go after the web slinger with Morbius's assistance. Morbius is a thrilling, action-packed movie that keeps you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. With great performances from Jared Leto, Matt Smith, and Adria Arjona, this film is sure to be a hit with fans of the comic book genre. While it may not be for everyone, Morbius is definitely worth a watch for those who enjoy a good supernatural thriller. So, what do you think about Morbius? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Short Times for more movie recaps.